Yeah, I want to talk about that actually. You said something that actually I already wrote down was fitness and business. I find that there's a lot of similarities in fitness and business, and then also like there's some differences because obviously everybody that's good at business isn't always fit, and the people that are fit aren't always good at fitness, like you said. So what are the things that you think are the same that's like, man, these are the same principles and this is why it's important? Like, do you think that it's both important to have both, or how do you feel about all of it?
Both as in, having the business acumen and also having the drive to be in the fitness industry?
Yeah, both in general, because I believe that fitness is actually going to make you better in business. If you're good at fitness and you're actually taking care of yourself, you're actually going to be better. So like that's 100%. One way that I see it. But yeah.
Like the connection between body, mind, spirit, and success.
Sure.
So when you look at somebody and they're not that fit and they're good at business, or they're bad at business and they're really fit. Like, what is make an argument for fitness with business, having both?
There's several different arguments that could be made. One of them is the parallel between fitness and business. I mean, you show up and you do exercises you don't want to do in a room you probably don't want to be in, at a time of the day when most people are sleeping, because the average person works out, especially professionals work out usually in the morning. Or late at night when there's not a lot of people there. And you do these things day after day after day and see zero results. You can't go to the gym one day and, do a bench press and go home and see, oh, wow, my chest is growing. You just know that over the next week, month, year, 10 years, you're going to get there. It's no different than in business. But you have to maintain that mentality because unlike fitness is something that it manages a whole lot of other things other than just your physical body. A lot of guys use it. We have a lot of veterans that go to our gym and a lot of police officers that were former active duty. And so they use it for, PTSD management. They use it for, just mental clarity. It's as much mental as it is physical. Business is all mental. There's no physical. So it's far easier to quit that than it is to quit fitness. Plus, we've been told for years now, working out, that benefits you. It helps you. We don't talk about that with business. We're taught in school, we go to school for 12 years, if you leave high school, that, stand in line, raise your hand, we'll tell you when to eat, we'll tell you when to go to the bathroom, all of these things, which I'm completely against the school system as it is. I think it needs to be overhauled. It's been the same way for 100 years. We're not the same world we were 100 years ago. But we're not taught anything in that school setting that teaches us and prepares us for actual life. It prepares us to be an employee. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
So with fitness, I learned how to persevere in ways that I could never learn in any kind of educational system. So when it came to business, I would always parallel, hey, I just trained for the last 5 years to gain, 12 pounds of muscle. If 5 years ago, I would have told myself, hey, you're going to kill yourself for the next 5 years and you're only going to gain 12 pounds of muscle. I might not have done that, but I did. And it's not much different in business. Like I said, you come in every day, you guys come in every day and you do the same things. You make the calls. Do you really want to make the calls? No, but you have to. It's just the reps you have to do to get where you want to be.
What's the difference then between because I see a lot of guys that are in fitness and that, like you said, are not successful in business, but they're freaking ripped as crap. You know what I mean? So what's the difference then between somebody who's in fitness and somebody who's good at business?
I would say mindset. Some people that are in fitness just want to be in fitness. Like right now, one of the most popular things that I've been researching myself is a lot of people want to be fitness influencers because that allows them to make money off of their craft and their hobby, but it doesn't require any business acumen. They basically just post videos and they get paid for it. That's fine. That's a world that I never thought would exist, 20, 30 years ago when I started. But some people just don't have any business being in business. They just don't. It does take a higher level of out-of-the-box thinking that I don't think a lot of people can do. I think they could probably teach themselves, but I also don't think they're going to want to go through the pain of learning that because it's challenging. You have to be very, very risk tolerant, and you have to love certain levels of anxiety and fear. We don't live in that world anymore. You know, a lot of people want comfort, and I think I've heard you guys even say it, but it's an old saying, you know, success is just on the outside of your comfort zone. That's where it's at. You know, if you're happy being comfortable, you're probably not going to be very successful. So, yeah.
I like it.
When